In our lifetime, sometimes there is a toxic person. We do not have the idea in the beginning because there's such a magnetic pull, and it is like heaven on earth for a brief time because we get love bombed. Everything is beautiful. It seems like this is a match made in heaven. But right then, when we are on the peak of happiness, suddenly we get gaslit or put down in whatever way. And it was, of course, our fault that things happened the way they happened. We then start thinking, realizing there are red flags. But then the next moment we get love bombed again and the red flags just disappear into oblivion. And again, when we are on the peak, when we think everything is beautiful and nothing can ever happen, the next chapter of gaslit, blame, and negativity comes. Slowly our self-confidence vanishes. And more we starting to doubt ourselves. And that time we realize this is not a healthy relationship. But now we are hooked on, and now it's really difficult to separate again. This kind of toxic relationship many of us have encountered. But is it really so bad? I see some that now try to tell me, oh yeah, it is very bad. Yes, on the emotional level it is very bad. On a spiritual level, all the insecurity that got triggered in you was there before. Your core issue of abandonment, maybe even of codependency, has been heightened. It's been shown to you by this toxic person. While you thought you were a healthy person before, the toxic person finds all the weak spots in you, highlights them, mirrors them to you. We can turn away and say, no, this is just a toxic person. I turn around and I do not ever connect with this person again. Right. That is the right thing to do. But here you have to look into the mirror, because that toxic person is also a blessing. A blessing because this toxic person shows you where you do not look at, where you do not want to face your own issues. It is said that toxic people are coming in to pay karmic debts, that they come because of things we have done in the past, in our past lives. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. A karmic person always comes before the dark night of the soul, because this karmic person initiates and accelerates your spiritual growth. You might wonder why this is the case. The dark night of the soul is nothing else than to do your shadow work, to understand your truth, to understand your shadows and your issues, your core wounds, guilt, shame, fear, abandonment. When you understand all that about yourself, understand what held you back in the past to truly love and to receive true love. So in that very moment, when you are at the end of the dark night of the soul, you are in the process of waking up, of understanding, of seeing, of receiving, perceiving, without the filters of your past issues. In that very moment, everything falls into place. And you understand that the karmic person just helped you to see, to let go, to forgive. And then you're grateful for the blessing that karmic person was. Until then, it is very, very difficult to understand. But all that is part of the soul contract. In fact, that karmic person is very brave, a very brave soul, doing all these bad things to you to make you understand, to go him or herself away from the divine connection that every human being has to help you to see. On a spiritual level, all that is very different than it is from the human perspective. When we look with our filters, we see the badness, we see the sadness, but we don't understand. And the question arises in one, why me? In the end, when you awoke, you then can say, try me. But yeah, until then, it is hard to see and it is hard to understand. And with all compassion to everyone who has encountered a karmic, see the good side in it. But truly disconnect from that person. That is your job. Not letting you being influenced anymore by the negativity, by the dark side of the human side, but to strive for the love you are, for the love that wants to be with you. Wonderful souls, I wish you a great journey. And when you are not there yet, when you didn't wake up yet, don't worry, you will. There's no way you won't. If you're in the middle of the dark night, stay tuned. Go your path. It is worth it, and you will make it. If you feel like you are going insane and the pain is too much, breathe. Just breathe. All will be good. You get through that. All of us who have been through the dark night and woke up from this 3D human being that we pretended so long to be, you have encountered what the truth is about your life. You might have found your life purpose already. Go ahead and fly. All of you, blessed be.